I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for all of the love and support. It is very humbling that you have sent your prayers, your blessings. It's definitely what's keeping me going. And you have just brought back faith in humanity. So God bless you all. Thank you. I appreciate everything that you're doing for me and my family. It's been very, very hard, and I'm still recovering. I still have a very bad brain trauma. And thank you, everyone.
Scott Hanna, a man from Dayton, Ohio, has been taken into custody by the FBI after taking to Twitter on Sunday and saying that he was going to form mobs to unalive 30,000 Black women, children, and men. He also said in that tweet if Governor DeWine and the government itself was not going to take care of the problem, he was just going to do a cleansing of his own. Now, what's absolutely wild, as if that first part wasn't wild enough, back in September, Scott had called law enforcement and told them that there was a woman that he was going to unalive if they did not charge her. Now, I don't know what he wanted her charged with. I don't know the situation. But he ended up swinging a sword at her throat and partially, yeah. And they let him go. They let him go after that. And not only that, but when the officers showed up at that scene, he was throwing around racial slurs. So he had already shown this aggression previously. And Scott is possibly only facing up to 5 years for making that threat on Sunday after the previous things that he's done. I also just want to throw in there that he lives with his grandpa, who is a retired judge. And the reason I share shit like this is because there are people who look like me that sit here and act like this isn't happening, like these types of things aren't happening. Had that man not confessed on Twitter to what he was going to do, I have no doubts that he would have started doing it. And I have no doubts that people would have joined him. Now, he did have a court appearance on Friday. The prosecutors, said we need to keep him in here. He is a danger. And I've not seen any update as far as like when he's going to go to court. But I know as of right now, he has not been released. So this is something that I'm going to keep you guys updated on, because judging off of what he did in 2024 and got away with it, I'm just interested to see what the fuck they're going to do.
Imagine waking up to brain trauma and seeing strangers say that you deserved it.
To everyone for all of the love and support. It is very humbling that you have sent your prayers, your blessings. It's definitely what's keeping me going. And you have just brought back faith in humanity. So God bless you all. Thank you.
To everybody who said that this woman learned her lesson, nah, today you're going to learn yours. This is Holly. Yesterday she came forward with severe brain trauma, black, green, and purple bruises on her face, and she still had the grace to thank people for standing up for humanity. Not race, not revenge, nope, just humanity. While comment sections are full of people mocking her, you cannot keep excusing mob violence just because the victim doesn't fit your narrative. Still saying that you hope she learned her lesson? Okay, well, you're the lesson. You guys are the exact reason why people are waking up. You're the reason why normal people are saying this isn't justice, this is hate. You watched a woman bleed out on the pavement. At this point, you're just letting us know that you're not the resistance, you're the reminder. You guys taught us what pattern recognition means. The man who attacked Holly was already out on bond for $400. Every single time this happens, there's always a pattern. Internet mocks victims and violence while calling it resistance. Maybe it's time to stop screaming oppression while 50 of you jump one person. Yeah, that's not strength, that's cowardice. Especially when it's a grown man putting his hands on a woman who's a single mother. And if you defend this, especially the black creators, the women and men who stitch my videos crying about oppression all freaking day, something that you never even experienced and no white person alive today did, you're the exact reason why people are building the neighborhoods like they have in Arkansas. Remember? The one that had you foaming at the mouth last week? You've built a culture where justice means silence for some and violence for others. This is exactly why people don't care about your excuses. No, instead they're going to still continue sitting here crying about historical trauma that they never even been through. Just like the mobs who beat on people 10 versus 1, then cry victim when someone notices a pattern. So make sure to share this before they make it disappear. Support Holly, her Give Send Go is linked. Don't scroll past this one.
The biggest thing that I think really upsets me is the desensitization of humans, where there's a brutal attack, attempted murder in front of you, and they all think, oh, cool, let me get my phone and record it. I truly hope that in the future there's some sort of bill to where somebody has to be prosecuted or at least fined if they don't call 911 first to save someone's life. I have felt hopeless for the future of my children. What kind of world they're going to grow up in, because it has just gotten, worse and worse.
We have a guiding principle, 2 beautiful words, common sense. If you commit a crime and you're punished for it, you will commit less crimes, and the punishment has to fit the crime. This is a life sentence for her. And anybody who has a mom in their life, a wife in their life, a daughter in their life knows that there's no recovery from that. Every single day for the rest of her life, she's going to have to live through this. And yet the person who does it gets away with, oh, you're a bad guy, and if you give us $400, we'll put you in some sort of community service program. No, that person should suffer just as much as she's going to suffer for the rest of her life.
How can we get past this point? I just saw a TikTok about Victoria Parks. Now, she is a councilwoman in Cincinnati. She was elected in 22. And she is condoning what happened. She actually thinks that they deserve the beat down and that the people that were attacked should be arrested. And she's not the only one. But the problem is that Cincinnati is doubling down on this BS right now, rather than saying our community is broken and it needs to heal. We need to come together, people of all colors. That's the kind of shit you want to hear coming from an elected official's mouth. Not, they deserve that beat down. They should also be arrested. It's a sad world that we're living in. It's a sad world. But Cincinnati, a lot of your elected officials, they need to be voted out of office right away.